president is so desperate. President Obama is so desperate for good news. He's got to do something. If he has to make it up, he has to make it up. He made a statement the other day about General Motors that when I saw it, I had to chuckle, and I also had to just, shake my head at the same time. General Motors has been getting government money for years and years and years and years. The company would have been gone or reorganized or whatever 30, 40 years ago had it not been for the intervention of Democrats and, quite frankly, some Republicans. Listen to the president. It became a, quote, public company, although we still own a big part of it, a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted you to listen to the president's statement here on it becoming a public company once again. What's this?
Today, one of the tales of the recession took another big step towards becoming a success story. General Motors relaunched itself as a public company, cutting the government's stake in the company by nearly half. What's more, American taxpayers are now positioned to recover more than my administration invested in GM. And that's a very good thing.
Not quite, Mr. President. You're not really right there. First of all, the stock price of General Motors closed at $34.19 the day he made that deal. For us to recoup the money, the stock's got to go up to $52 a share. The taxpayer still owns 1/3 of this company. We have put in more money to General Motors than General Motors is worth. Now, I don't know how we're ever going to recoup that money. And here's the bigger question when it comes to General Motors. The bigger question is not whether we own it. It's not whether we've recouped. And notice what he said. The president parsed words, too, that his administration has invested. Why is it always an investment? Why do Democrats always call government spending an investment? We got to invest in education, invest in healthcare, invest in the environment. It's called government spending. Invest is something you do with the expectation of getting a profit. It's not the same thing as having tax dollars forcibly taken from me and spent by somebody else. But again, that's one of their words. And we talked about last week about how the Democrats are going to go back to their think tanks and focus groups and tell them what words to use and what color ties to wear and how to comb their hair and all that crap. That's what they're going back to here. And then they invest, or as Senator Ann Rest here in Minnesota calls it revenue enhancement. That's a new word for taxes. Yeah, it's revenue enhancement. But the bigger question with General Motors, and this is a question nobody seems to be able to answer, is this company viable? Are they not going to need a bailout in 5 years? Are they sustainable? We've thrown money at it, but we haven't fixed the core problem. The core problem is that this company is spending too much money on employees who are not there anymore. They're not making a product that enough people want to buy. They've been losing market share since the 50s. I mean, that really is the problem. I mean, they're basically a healthcare company that sells cars. And GMAC, they're financing. I mean, that's a big, big part of this corporation. And those are the real key questions. I mean, it's not surprising that they can actually show a profit after the government pumped $50 billion into them. Oh, wow, they can show improvement? Gee, let's hope so. But the critical stuff isn't, and of course it wasn't asked by the morons in the press corps at the White House, or I would have played it. Of course, they didn't care. Hey, a bunch of UAW workers get a bailout, so everybody's rejoicing. But again, the president, boy, you talking about, he's putting spin to a whole new level here by trying to claim victory off of that.